last session 2 of the week. I let you know in the last session that we will alternate between routines. So today is more of a Pilates strength and flexibility routine. Not all of the exercises will be Pilates based. However, today there's quite a few. Without going deep into traditional, the learning cycle that happens with Pilates, we're going to just take it really slow as we go through the next 7 weeks or so, right? So you'll learn a little bit more about the exercises, and we'll develop those as we go. There's more exercises that are considered fusion exercises, so they might be based on a traditional exercise from Pilates, but with a little flair. Okay, so quite a bit of abdominal work today, and then we'll do some back work, hybrid with hips, and probably more glutes and quads today. So hopefully you're not too sore. And a little bit of the upper body with the back exercises, so hopefully you're not too sore from yesterday, but some plank work, okay? And then we'll also do a stretch. So we'll do a stretch sequence within each grouping. So the series is the same routine, so we'll go one exercise for our Pilates abdominals, and then we'll go one exercise for our back and hips, and then we'll do a little stretch sequence. And so we'll repeat those exercises, and then we'll go into the next routine with different exercises. Okay, so the series with 4 different sections. It's just not too overextensive, so just do what you can within your means, right? We do need a mat today as far as equipment is concerned. If you'd like to use a dumbbell or dumbbells, really light dumbbells today, go ahead and grab those as well. Other than that, that's it. So mat and dumbbells and a good positive attitude. So looking forward to this workout. Okay, so we're going to take our time with each exercise. When you do these exercises, it's really important that you focus on nice, deep, consistent breathing. So that just means taking a nice deep inhale and slowly pushing out that exhale. When you do each exercise, I will talk to you more about activating certain muscle groups while we go, okay? But breathing, really important. We don't want to hold our breath at all during any exercise, okay? We're going to start out with a warm-up, and we're just going to be kneeling on our mat today for a warm-up. So grab your mat, and remember you can pause your video at any time and come on back and press play. You just don't want to stop the video or pause it for too long, okay? So come on with me. We're just going to go through a nice, easy warm-up. And what we're going to do is we're going to do nice, easy side bends with our arms over to our sides. And then we're going to bring our arms in front and then back. And we're going to round our back as we bring our arms in front, and then bring our back up to tall when we reach back with our arms. So I'm slightly pulling my hips back and rounding my back, and then pushing my hips forward, my chest forward when my arms come back. Let's go into some neck rolls. So you're just going to roll your head from side to side. Good, and shoulder rolls back. and forward. Good, we're gonna go down for cat and cow, which is just table position here. We're gonna round our back, pull our hips forward, drop our head, and then we're going to go into cow, which is pushing our hips back, dropping our abdomen, lifting our head. And we're just gonna go between the two, nice and slow. Again, try to focus on nice, slow breathing. And then we're going to do a little dynamic. So bring your hands forward and we're just going to pull back the hips, head down. And then we're going to pull the hips forward, head up. So back, arms stay straight through the move. Just warming up those hips, those knees. Limbering up that lower back. And warming up those shoulders. Good. Good. All right. So, this is what we're going to do. So we're going to do our first sequence of exercises, the 3, and it's going to start with abdominals, okay? So I'm going to demonstrate like we did last time. I'm going to demonstrate the exercise, and then we're going to go through it together for the amount of time. Okay, it's only going to be 30 seconds of each exercise because there's a lot today. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. We're going to come down to our backs, keeping our legs bent, and we're going to go ahead and bring our hands behind our neck. And I'm going to explain something here about traditionally in the past what a crunch has looked like, okay? A crunch, remember what a crunch is? We would just lift the shoulders up off the floor and we would come down. So this is a Pilates lift, and so what's going to happen is I am going to lift my head and shoulders like I do with the crunch, but I'm going to focus on pressing my lower back down into the mat, which engages my abdominal wall, and I'm going to tighten my glutes as I do that. And when I get up here, I'm going to exhale as I lift. I'm going to press my back down into the mat, tighten my glutes, and I'm going to reach forward, bring my hands back to my head, and come down. So what happens is there's activation in our entire core. So from our glutes to our lower back and hips to our abdominal wall, and we're pausing at the top. So there's some isometrics going on there, okay? So we're not just lifting using our back, but we're actually using our core muscles to pull us up and hold us there. So make sure you exhale as you lift, okay? All right, so we are going to go for time. Bring your hands behind your neck. Here we go. Ready and begin. Last one. Good. All right. So next we have our back exercise. And our back exercise is going to turn over onto our tummies. We've done this before. So it's that scap squeeze. So we're going to keep our heads down and our legs down, and we're just going to lift our arms and squeeze our shoulder blades. So you can keep your chin on the floor or your head on the floor. It's up to you. But your arms are bent and you're just lifting and squeezing and breathing, okay? Here we go. Ready and go. So just the arms are lifting. One more. Good. All right, so we're going to go into that flexibility. So it's a little stretch flexibility exercise, and then we'll start again with the second round through, okay? So this is your flexibility. We're going to go ahead and bring our hands down outside our chest. We're going to push up, come back into low back stretch, come all the way down, and release your arms back, reaching back, resting on the chin. All right, here we go. Bring your arms forward, push yourselves up, back, down, reach back, forward, and back, down, reach back, last one. Good. All right, second time through, we're gonna go ahead and turn over onto our backs again. So let's go ahead and do that. So the second exercise, we're gonna start with our arms behind our head. What's gonna happen is I'm gonna keep my legs bent and my feet on the floor. And just like I said before, we're gonna lift, we're gonna reach, sweep our arms up and over. We're gonna come forward, press the back down into the mat, engage the glutes. From here, I'm gonna reach a little bit to my left, a little bit to my right, back to center, come on down, and reach back, okay? So again, there's that hold at the top, and we're just slightly rotating from left to right and back to center. Keep your glutes engaged, press that back down into the mat. Exhale as you lift. Ready? And go. Last one. And stop. Good. All right, so our second exercise for our backs, we're going to come over to our tummies again. So this time, legs stay down as the first one. But now I'm going to extend my arms out in front of me, and now I'm going to pull my elbows in and lift my trunk up, pressing my hips down, tightening my glutes, and then coming back down. That's it. Here we go for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Last one. And stop. Good. All right, so your stretch exercise this time, you're going to go ahead and come up into table. And all we're doing from here is we're going to lean forward and lean back and lean forward and lean back. That's it. Okay, here we go. Ready and begin. So forward, hips down, back, hips back. So just working on hips and knees. And stop. Good. All right, third exercise. We're going to come down to our backs. Okay, so from here, just the legs are going to do the work here. So we're going to bring our hands behind our neck again, like the first one. And from here, I'm going to just lift my head and hold. Now this holding position, I'm still going to focus on my abdominals being engaged and my knees staying stacked and my feet on the ground are going to rotate from side to side. That's it. So what you can do is you can sort of reach over to the other side, the opposite direction that the knees are rotating, right? So you get that little bit of opposition involved. Or you can just keep your heads locked in. Here we go. Ready? And knee rotations. Breathing. Don't forget to breathe. Don't hold your breath. Last one, and stop. Good. All right, third back exercise. Go ahead and turn over. So now, keeping our legs down, keeping our arms extended, exercise. Arms are extended. We're going to lift our head, pull our arms in. We're going to drop our trunk and lift our arms. Bring them down, lift up, forward. Okay? So it's pull it in like the first, bring it down. Second is lifting, up again and down. All right, here we go. Ready? And pull in. And up, come down and lift, down and up, push and start again. Pull in and up, down and lift, down, push up, extend down again. Again, pull in and up, down and lift, in and up and down. Good. All right, some flexibility and stretch here. So all I'm going to do is from this position, I'm just going to reach my head up. That's it, keeping my arms down. I'm going to pull my head down. I'm going to lift my head up. And pull my head down. Head up and down. One more up and down. Bring your hands in. Push yourselves up and back. Low back stretch. I want you to rest your head down. Bring your arms back. And hold this position. forward and back up to table. Good. All right, so we have our second series of exercises. And these exercises on our back are going to be mostly bent leg drops. So we did that in the last session or last workout that we did some abdominals, right? So we're going to repeat some of those. So we're going to go on down to our backs. Okay, so the bent legs, feet are off the floor. So we have like a little bit of a table position here on our back here. We're going to go ahead and lift our head up off the floor. So we can bring our hands behind our head just to rest it here. And from here, I'm just dropping those feet down to the floor and lifting the knees and down and up. Okay? Here we go for 30 seconds. Ready? Start. Make sure we're breathing. Last one. Good. And head down. Nice. All right, back exercise. We're going to actually be on our side. Let me get my clock. And we're just going to do some leg lifts. So I'm going to keep my arm outstretched. We're here on our side. And from here, I'm going to go ahead and put my hand out in front of my abdomen just for support here. Keeping our legs stacked and straight in alignment with their trunk. All I'm going to do is lift one leg, and then I'm going to lift my other leg, and then I'm going to lower both legs. They don't have to come together at the top, but if you'd like, you can lift, touch, come down. Okay? So while we're here on our side, really important to make sure that we're engaging our abdomen. So we're pulling our abdomen in tight, snug, hold it there. We're pressing our hip down, which means we're engaging our glutes. Okay? Make sure you're breathing nice and slow. Leg lifts. Go. Such a simple move, but so many muscle groups working. We've got upper body to stabilize our trunk, hips and glutes, abdomen is engaged, and our legs and hips. And stop. We're going to switch sides. Same exercise. You can just roll over. I'm going to have to go to the other side so you can look at my back side. Here we go. Ready? And go. Plus balance, right? Some of you might be a little squirrely on your side. We really want to focus on that hip stabilizing for balance. So nice and controlled movement without a lot of sway in the body. Last one. Good. All right, we're going to come up to a seated position, push up for our stretch. So legs are in front, and we're just going to bring our hands out to our sides. All we're going to do is just sort of sweep the arm up and over and lean into that stretch. Okay, from side to side. Ready? And sweep and lean. Last one. Good. All right, we'll go into the second exercise. We're gonna come over to our backs again. Come on down. So we had the bent leg drop, right? So now we're gonna straighten one leg. This leg is gonna drop. We're gonna bring our hands behind our neck. And when I drop this leg, I'm gonna come up and across towards the bent knee. So it looks like this. So the bent leg stays static. The straight leg is the dynamic with the same side elbow coming up and over. Now, when we do this, do it slowly because this straight leg is going to help keep this hip on the floor as you come up and over, but you don't need to over rotate. Just even a lift and a slight movement towards that bent knee is enough, okay? But we want to make sure that we keep the hips, the glutes on the floor. We don't rock over at all. So this leg stabilizes and keeps this pelvis flat on the floor. Okay, here we go. We'll go one side and then the other. Ready? And go. Drop, lift and cross. Breathing. Last one. Good. Let's change. Ready? Rotate and drop. Last one. Ooh-wee, good. All right, second back exercise. We're going to come over to our side again. So we did leg lifts last time, so now we're going to do a trunk lift. You can bring this hand out in front again to stabilize. So it's going to look like this, keeping my legs down. I'm just going to pull my trunk up onto this elbow. If I need to help myself, I can push this hand down, but I really am trying to pull my trunk up using my hips, my glutes, and my abdominals here. Keeping the legs down, I drop down with my arm extended. So it just looks like this, up and down. All right, here we go. 30 seconds, ready, begin. So you want to try and stay away from pressing too much on this hand. Just a little lift up and down. Good. And we're going to switch sides. Same exercise. Ready? And go. One more. Good. All right, we're going to push ourselves up, seated position again for stretch. Okay, so we did some side to sides, right? So now what's going to happen is we're going to rotate out in front, reach out, come back. We're just going to reach out in front, just across that opposite knee, Okay, here we go. Ready and begin. So your trunk leans forward as you stretch forward. You can keep your back flat or rounded slightly just to get a little deeper stretch. Last one. Good. All right, third round. All right, so let's come on down to our backs. So this is the third exercise in the second series. So we're gonna go ahead and again, bring one leg up, other leg is bent. I'm gonna keep the same arm on the bent leg here, just connected to my knee. I'm gonna reach back with the arm, same side as the straight leg, keeping my head down. Now this seems like a very small, simple move, but it's pretty powerful. So all I'm doing is a leg drop with the bent knee, keeping my head down, keeping my arm back, and then I'm going to bring this knee back in. Okay? So our entire abdominal wall is working because our back is trying to stabilize us and the leg is doing the work. So we have this outstretched arm and leg. So our body is holding us in this position and not letting it go while we're dropping. So you're going to feel this in different muscle groups here, but it's really important to stay really slow doing this exercise, okay? And of course, breathing. We'll go on one side and then the other. All right, here we go. Ready? And begin. So you'll feel your glutes working. You'll feel your lower abdominals working. You're going to feel your back working. Last one. And switch. Ready? And go. Sometimes when you have to really focus on slow movements with large muscle groups working, those are the most challenging. Because we're so used to going so fast all the time, right? If you really slow it down, it's oftentimes harder. And stop. Okay, we're going to come over to our side for the third of the back. Good job. So now we're going to combine the two, right? You knew that was coming. Hand out in front. So what's going to happen is I'm going to come up onto my elbow and lift my legs at the same time. So pressing the hip down, pulling the abdominals in, glutes are engaged, and breathing. All right, here we go. 30 seconds and begin. Just resting on that elbow. Keeping the legs stacked. One more. Good. All right, switch sides. Here we go. and stop. All right, come up to a seated position for our stretch, flex. Okay, so from here, the legs are going to do the work. So we're going to bend our knees and bring my hands back behind my hips. I'll show you from a profile what's going to happen here. I'm going to part my legs here. I'm going to go ahead and fold my knees over to the sides. Now when I pull my knees back to center, I'm going to push my abdomen forward, my trunk forward with my arms. And then I'm going to drop my legs back and reach back with my shoulders. So it looks like this. In and back. In and back. Okay, here we go. Ready? And rotate. So some flexibility in the lumbar area, in the hips. Flexible spine, right? One more. Good. All right, we're going to go into the third sequence, or the third of the series. 3 new exercises, different levels, right? So the first one is abs, and we're just going to go ahead and stay seated for this series here. So we're going to do a little bit of what I call an accordion exercise, and the accordion just simply means that our spine is flexing forward and then rounding back. Try this. So scooping and rounding your back and then pushing your abdomen forward. So you're pulling your abdomen back, pushing your abdomen forward, okay? This is going to be done in a seated position. Let's try this with our hands behind our neck. Okay, so it's going to look like this. So I'm going to push forward with my abdomen, round my back, and lean back. So try to stay in a good balanced position so that you're not losing the center of your trunk here over your hips. So if that's too tough for you, you can bring your hands over your shoulders crossed, round, flat back, round, flat back. Okay? Here we go for 30 seconds. Accordions. Ready? Go. You can widen your feet if you need more leverage with your legs. And stop. Good. All right, back. We're going to turn over to table. So from here, we're going to go into a low plank position on our elbows, right? But we're going to start with the first, which is very elementary, very traditional, first level, really. So my arms, my forearms are on the floor. And from here, I'm going to drop my hips. And this exercise is very simple. All we're doing is lifting our hips up off of the floor. So we're here in this very low plank position, holding at the top and then lowering. That's it. So when you pull your hips up, I want you to pull your abdominals up. That helps stabilize your back. And I want you to engage your glutes. All right, for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Down. Up. Down. Don't hold your breath. Keep breathing. Up. Down. Up. Down. Up. down, up, down, one more, up, and down. Good. All right, bring your knees in. Come up to a kneeling position for our stretch. Okay, so what you're going to do from here, we're just going to reach over to this heel here with this arm extended. So I'm going to slightly lean back and then rotate. Just slightly leaning back. That's it. From side to side. All right, here we go. Reach and rotate. Rotate, breathe. Pull your hips back and your arms down, low back, relax here. All right, second exercise, abdominal. We're gonna stay seated. Now, that sort of lean back, right? When we round our back. Now we're gonna pull our elbow back as we do this, and then pull our arm forward so our back is flat, and then pull our other elbow back. That's all I'm doing. I'm slightly opening, but I'm not over rotating here. Okay, not just yet. All right, here we go. For 30 seconds, we're just pulling the elbows back, alternating. Ready, and begin. So as you lean back, you want to round your back. As you lean forward, you flatten your back. Last two. Last one. Good. All right. Let's come over for our back exercise number 2. We're going to come down for low plank again. So this is the second of the exercise here. So we're still going to keep our knees down. We're going to pull our hips up. And now we're going to come back, hips back, and down. Okay? So I don't want to move my arms. I'm just simply transferring my weight back slightly. Okay, here we go. Ready? And up. Transfer back. Knees are bent. Hips are back. Hips are down. Trunk down. Up. Back. Forward. Down. Up. Back. Forward. Down. Up. Back, forward, down. One more. Up, back, forward, down. Good. All right, come up to kneeling again for stretch number 2. So we did a little rotation, right? So now all we're going to do is we're just going to pull our hips back, and then we're going to pull our hips forward. That's it. Pulling our hips back. Our trunk comes forward. Pulling our hips forward, our trunk comes tall. And we're going to use our arms. So it looks like this. Here and here. And when we bring our hips forward and our arms back, I want you to push your shoulders back and get a nice chest stretch. All right, here we go. Ready? And hips back. So we're just hinging forward and back with the hips. Again, more hip mobility. Back is involved. Knees are involved. Trunk is involved. One more. Good. All right, let's go for third time through with our third exercise for abs. So staying seated, it's going to be another lean back exercise. We're going to start with our hands behind our head like we did the first one. And now when we lean back, we round our back, and then I'm going to open with this arm here. I'm going to pull it forward, flat back. I'm going to lean back, rounded back, and reach out with that arm. So it doesn't need to be a big opening, a big twist, rotation. It's just using our obliques, we're just going to rotate out slightly and then come forward. Again, nice and slow, right? Here we go for 30 seconds. Leaning back with arm reaches. Ready, go. And stop. Good. Let's turn over for our third plank exercise. Go ahead and come on down. All right, so we're going to go hips up, knees up, pike or shift back those hips up vertical. Come back, knees down, all the way down. All right, here we go. I'll talk you through it. Ready? Up, knees up, pike, hips back. Back to plank, knees down, all the way down. Up, knees up, pike, shift back, back to plank, knees down, all the way down. Up, knees up, pike, come back, knees down, all the way down. One more. Up, knees up, pike, back, knees down, and down. Good. Okay. Go ahead and press yourself up into table. You're going to come back into low back stretch. Now from here, I want you to try to keep your head, your chest, and your abdomen as low as you can as you come forward, and round your back as you come back. So we're going to pitch forward, keeping your back flat, hips down and back, nice and round with our spine, like that accordion move. One more. Good. All right. So it starts with abdominals. If you want to grab a dumbbell, you can. Otherwise, you're just going to reach up. Okay? So even if it's a weight plate, you can use it. Any lightweight dumbbell, maybe like a ball, weighted ball if you have one. For the future, that's something you can use as well. Okay, this is what the exercise looks like. We are going to exchange the dumbbell in the hands, so just be careful not to hold it above your face just in case. So when we crunch, remember, we're going to lift, we're going to press our back down into the mat, we're going to engage our glutes, and we're going to reach up with the dumbbell straight ahead in the center of our body. And I'm going to come down, and I'm going to exchange down here at my chest. And then I'm going to reach up, exchange. That's it. For 30 seconds. Ready? Go. rest. Yeah, so just that added weight, right? That's more of a challenge. Okay, so we are going to stand for our back, which is really not it's our back, but it's also lower body today, okay, for the final phase of this fourth. So we're gonna go ahead and stand up for this exercise. So all we're doing is we're doing a squat. Let me show you the profile. But we're going to squat in a plie position. So our toes are out, nice and wide. And we're going to squat. We're going to squat with our arms outstretched. So we're just bending our knees, keeping our heels down on the floor. The second time you go, you're going to just pitch forward at your hips, keeping your back flat. That's it. So it's squat with arms, forward, hinge. All right? We're gonna go for 30 seconds. Ready? Go. Go one more. Good. All right. I'm going to go down on our butts for the stretch and flexibility. So your legs are going to be folded to your sides, bent. And what's going to happen is one hand is going to be on the mat here in the same side as the direction that your knees are going. And what's going to happen is I'm going to stretch across with my arm here. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to touch down with the other hand to the mat. And then I'm going to reach up. So I'm across and up. Good. All right, here we go. Ready? And cross. You can hold on to your foot if you'd like. Reach up, across, or your ankle. Reach up, across. So you're going to feel this in that outer hip. Switch the legs, across and up. One more. Number 2. All right, so grab your dumbbell. We're going to go down to our backs. So we're going to bring both of our legs up this time. And from here, I'm going to hold one dumbbell, okay? Keeping my arms bent, I'm going to bring my hands back behind my head. So my legs stay static. I'm going to pull my elbows down with the dumbbell above my chest. And then I'm going to crunch up and extend my arms with the dumbbell. This is where I pull my abdominals in. I press on my low back. I come down with my weight and reach back. Okay? All right, here we go for 30 seconds. Go. one more. Good. All right, feet down, weight down. Come up and over, up to the standing position. So the second exercise is this, profile position. So again, plie position, toes are out. I'm going to squat and I'm going to hold. Arms are outstretched, and all I'm doing is rotating from side to side. We'll do 4 and then we'll stand, and then we'll reach out again, and 4. So when you're rotating, we just want to make sure that our trunk is nice and strong. We're pulling our abdominals in, we're engaging our glutes, obviously, because we're in a squat position. But just strong posture when we're doing this. If you have a hard time with the arms outstretched, if you want to keep your arms inside here and just rotate, that's fine. Okay, here we go. For 30 seconds, plie position, squat, and rotate. Twist. Nice and slow movement. Stand. Squat. Stand. Oh my God, those are my knees. Rotate. And stand. One more time. Good. And stand. Ah, my old knees. Okay. Seated position again for stretch and flex. So this is going to be folded legs again. What's going to happen is, so before we did this little stretch across, right? So now we're going to actually lift our hips off the floor when we do this. So this hand is still our static hand, and I'm going to lift my hips and sweep across. I'm going to come down, grab onto my shin, reach over my head. See that? Across, lift off, over, side bend. All right, here we go. Ready? We're going to do 5 on each side. Ready? Up, over, that's 1. Up, over, that's 2. Up, over, that's 3. Up, over, that's 4. Last one. Switch legs. Here we go, 5 of these. Up, cross, over, 1. Up, 2. Up, 3. Up, 4. And up, 5. Nice. All right, third and final time through begins with abs. So we are going to come down with both dumbbells in our hands. Legs are all the way up. Again, if you don't have dumbbells today, it's fine. You're doing the same move without any weight. So my elbows are down, my arms are bent, weights are in my hands. Just the crunch, right? But now we're going to reach across with the weight, and I'm keeping that other elbow down on the mat as I reach up and across. Okay? All right, here we go for 30 seconds. Ready and go. Last two. Last one. Good. All right. Weights down. Standing up. Final exercise here. Plie position again. This is what it's going to look like. So we rotated this way, right? Now we're just going to rotate side to side with our hands behind our head. So we'll hold the squat position. We'll lean to the left, right, and then we'll stand. Okay? All right, for 30 seconds. Ready? Squat. Keep your trunk tall. Stand. Squat. Stand. Squat. Stand. One more. Good. And stand. Nice. Stretch and flex. It's going to be dynamic, so we're standing to start. This is what's going to happen. You're going to go ahead and just let your back collapse, basically, is what you're going to do. You're going to lead with your shoulders down your body, of your front of your body. So you're just going to drop, collapse your spine, reach down with your arms. From here, you're going to walk your hands forward. Bring your knees down. Pull back. Pull forward. You're going to lift your knees. You're going to walk your hands back, keep your knees bent, and stand up the way that you went down. Okay? Here we go. Ready? Collapse. Come down. Walk your hands out. Bring your knees down. Pull back. Pull forward. Knees up. Walk your hands back. Keep your knees bent. Round your back. Come up. Again. One more. Nice. All right, let's come to a seated position. Good job, you guys. We're done. We're at the best part, right? The stretching. We did it. We did it. All right, so let's go leg over leg. We're going to go ahead and pull this knee up. We're going to put this foot down. We're going to bring this arm back, and we're going to rotate outside the bent knee. Come back to center. We're going to go ahead and switch legs. Leg over leg. Pull it towards you. Place the foot down, hand back, rotate. Back to center, bring that leg straight ahead. We're gonna go front stretch, so just lean forward, let go of that back, bring that head down. I want you to bring your right hand over your left ankle, and you're just gonna pull that body closer to your thighs. Left hand over right ankle, pull. Back to center. Split your legs. We're going to do a spine stretch exercise. So arms are outstretched up top. Flat back, we're going to pitch forward. We're going to pull the arms in and round the back. Up top, flat back. Reach up with those arms. Dynamic stretching here. Let's go into this little butterfly position here. Hands over your legs. I want you to flap the wings, right? Just a little bit of a bounce here. Pulsing, pulsing. Now hold. Press those legs down. Pulse. Press the legs down. All right, now we're going to bring our hands behind us. Keep the butterfly position. You're going to lean back into those arms. Bring the head back. Head down. Legs forward. Come forward. And we're done. Nice job. All right, so I'll see you next time. Remember that you want to respond. Just make a comment after the session is over, done, finished, good workout, whatever you want to say. Keep it PC, right? And then that's it. You don't submit anything other than just a response. I will see you next time. And it'll be a different workout, right? It's going to be more strength. So I'll see you soon. Bye.